Hey guys, so are you also into automation? And last video we talked about how we can keep the automation scripts for convert, like not really the automation script. We saw the HTML side, like whenever you fill the form in HTML, it gets reflected in your Google Forms. But now comes the big part. So it really feels good when people get as soon as you fill a login form there, like you get a mail like, hey, hi, we saw you fill the Google form. So you fill the form, and this is our prerequisites, you can contact us here. So giving them a, what do we say, an intro mail as soon as they get it. So today's video will be focused on that part, so let's dive into the video. We are going to create this. So let's say you have a form. So last video we have already seen that how we can change forms to an HTML. So logically you can put that logic over here, and then this forms will be in an HTML format, and when you fill the form there, the same thing will happen. So the video link will be in the description, you can get it from there. So now let's get back to this part. So what this does is, let's say you get a form like this, you fill the form like, yep, myself is Ruben Rainey and my gmail. This form could be anything. These two are what really we need to make emails, and as soon as you submit it, yeah, it's recorded. If I go to my mail, within close to less than a minute, I'll get a mail, as you can see, and this mail has a personalized thing, like it took the name from that thing. So hi Ruben Rainey, welcome abroad, and the whole mail structure whichever you want. So how to do it? So it's really easy, and it's using AppScript. So let's go into the tutorial. So to start with the part of the coding, so it all starts from the sheet which is accumulating all the form responses. So now what are we going to do is, you can go click over here to the extensions, and you can go to AppScript. Okay, and in AppScript we will be coding the whole thing. So over here we can see that the functions are already written, and I'll be explaining you. The thing is, I wanted to do a full-fledged coding thing, but it was taking too long, so we will be moving towards explaining this code. So over here you can see that there will be two main code files, that is code.js and getsheetid.js. So getsheetid is to use to get the sheet from its ID name, and as soon as you get the sheet info, you draft the mail and send it to them. So how is it done? Get sheet. So now for people, these codes are available in GitHub. You guys can take it from there. It's in the description below. I've given the link. Now over here you have the get sheet by ID. So when you give it an ID, what it does, it goes through all the active spreadsheets, and it checks for the sheet that you want, and then for I in sheets. So apparently all the sheets are there inside this. Now it will check each and every ID of each and every of those sheets, and it will try to match it with the ID that you're sending. So if you might wonder what is the ID of a sheet, if you go to your sheets, the last it's written GID, Google ID, that is the ID of the sheets. So after you're done with that, so as soon as it gets your ID, it gets the name of the sheet, and it will go to the sheet and get the sheet's name, and then returns the sheet name to me. So logically it's not returning me just the name, so it puts that name, and it puts the name into a thing called wp.getSheetByName. So there is a function which gives getSheetByName, but there is not a function that gives getSheetById. That's the reason we are making a function for it, because getting the name of the sheet is harder than, or can be replicative. So it could be that you mix up the names. So it's always better to go with an ID, and that's what this function does. So that's where this function ends. And yeah, so now let's go on to the main function. So what happens is, first we go to the ID of this. So whatever this number is, let's say I don't know, we can just have this number, the sheet's number, that's it. It's the same because I just wrote it. So that will be over here. And now let's experiment with this thing. Okay, so let's say we want to experiment a bit. So we'll just, yeah, so this is a really place where you can learn a lot and you can try a lot. So what exactly is happening over here, let's run and check it. So I have commented all the other parts, so it won't be an issue. Okay, as you can see, I have logged the email, and how it really worked is what I'll explain. So what it is currently doing is form.getRange, and in getRange, where exactly is the range? So form.response.get last row. So it goes to the last row. It goes to the last row, and then goes to the third one and gets the one value out of it. Goes to the third one and gets the one value out of it. And what is the name doing? It goes to the last row, gets the second value and gets the first value out of it. So last, second. Okay, want to check it out? Let's do last and first over here in the name. So it's logically the time. So let's say this is time now. Yeah, and let's log the time and let's run it. So let's run it now. So this should give the time of when they registered. As you can see, we have the exact time when they registered. So you can play around with it. You can have multiple things you're asking them, and with this you can scrape each and every one of them out. And that's your choice, how dynamic you want to make it. And let's say I get back to the name, because why did I choose the name? Because hi Ruben, and then the mail starts. It looks professional. It looks like you did it for them, and yeah, that's the main reason. So it doesn't matter. This logger function is just here for checking. So this. Now let's come back to the main part of the mailing. How is it getting sent as a mail? So we are using a HTML template and a HTML parser right now. So what happens is it makes an email, and then HTML template dot name equal to name. So this part, and yeah, this part you might have to add depending on how many are there for you. I'll explain you why is there HTML template dot name, because when you come over in the template, let's go to the name. If you see over here, this is the HTML template. So the message that is going is an HTML, and you can see over here hi, and then bracket question mark equal to and ID, and then space and ID and space question mark close it. This thing is the ID. So whatever I'm writing on over there, like HTML template dot name, that name is this equal to name. So whatever name I got will be replaced over here. That's it. I only use this. You can use multiple of it if you want. Again, your own choice. You can convert it. You can use it into multiple things that you want. Now let's come to over here, that once it takes the name and it puts it over there. So HTML template dot name equal to name. So it's saying that okay, template, whenever there's a name, you know what to put. Okay, let's say it kept it. Now HTML for email. So now what is this email? This is like HTML.evaluate.get content. So it will take the whole template with the name and all the new adjustments, and it will put it into this thing called HTML for email. So this has to go for the mail. Now Gmail app. So again, this has a wide variety of, you can use your spreadsheet, you can use your Gmail, anything that is Google made. Now you use a Gmail app dot send email, and then your email. To which email are you sending? That we scraped it off on top. Email, comma, then welcome to Remo World. This will be the what do we say? This will be the tag or subject. This will be the subject. And you might ask me, why is this written? This email contains HTML. This is just for the readers that read on what it is exactly, what value is it exactly, and then below that is the HTML body, is the HTML for email that sends the body. So yeah, now that is done with the code part. That is fully explanation of the code, and you have already seen the working of it. You can always comment for any issues that you have, and yeah, okay then bye. See you guys in the next video.